Most of us at one time or another have been an Uber customer. Uber has been one of the most innovative yet simplistic ideas of our generation. For those of you who have not had the pleasure of using Uber services, let me take a quick minute to explain the process. Let's say you're taking a quick trip to California for the weekend. It's not long enough to rent a car, and you don't want to pay the outrageous taxi prices. Well, there is another option. Simply download the Uber app, request a driver, and they'll be there within minutes in their own personal vehicle. So, to some, this might seem a little bit unsafe. However, there are some safeguards put in the background to put your mind at ease. Becoming an Uber driver is a great way to make some extra cash, choose your own hours, while also being your own boss. In fact, an Uber spokesman once said, nearly 90% of drivers say the main reason they use Uber is because they love being their own boss. When I first began researching about these lawsuits emerging against Uber, this is the statement that struck me the most and made me question why so many drivers were filing these cases. Uber has been hit with multiple cases, one in California, one in Florida, and one in Illinois, and so many others, all originating from the drivers. The drivers are claiming that Uber has violated the Fair Labor Standards Act. They're claiming that Uber is not paying their correct overtime wages and other expenses like gratuity. When looking solely at the gratuity aspect, I can see where there is a duty-based ethical calling for Uber to clarify to the customer that they can tip the driver, just not through the app. And Uber has stated that they are looking into this option for the future. However, the real issue at hand is whether or not Uber should make their drivers employees rather than contractors. Uber has paid millions of dollars to settle these lawsuits. However, the company still stands by their stance of drivers staying as contractors instead of employees. And the reason behind this is mainly for the drivers. With 90% of the drivers wanting to be their own boss, if they became employees, they would need to start having set shifts, fixed hourly wages, and lose flexibility of using other ride-sharing apps. This is why I'm so confused why many drivers are acting in this way. Uber was not meant to be a company in which it restricted flexibility of its workers. It was built to be the exact opposite. It was built to give people the flexibility to work however and whenever they wanted. If drivers continue to go against Uber, it will eventually back Uber into a corner that will drive them to failure. Rather than try and squeeze every dime the drivers can out of Uber, they should remember why they started working at this company in the first place, for freedom and flexibility that they craved. I hope Uber wins every case going forward and continues giving Americans the flexible jobs we've all been begging for years. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this case. Thanks for listening.